As we roll our way here into the final weekend of June, we'll have to stay on our toes with some active weather. Now, Friday is going to be here fairly active when it comes down to a passing frontal system that's going to bring some windier conditions and still some of those storm threats. But we are going to keep some storms in the forecast, but it's looking to be more isolated rumbles, a low severe risk. There's not as much organization with some of these storm chances, but at least talking some high base storms to even move over some of our lower elevational areas. But what we'll note is that as we stay a little active, we are going to keep temperatures also on some ups and downs, as those will be the ups and downs of the temperatures will be driven by some of those storm chances, but also some of those frontal systems that are going to be swinging through the area. So kind of keeping on our toes, but not looking at daily severe threats here in place. Now, we are going to keep an eye on a threat, though, that's in place here for our Friday as we start off the day with some quiet weather and then bring in some afternoon storms. Now, the storms are going to be zoned in along a frontal system, and we note that that frontal system is going to bring some increasing and switching winds. We'll note that the winds will go from more of a west-southwesterly wind to even a bit of a northwesterly wind. Not expected to be blustery here for the local area. There will be some stronger areas of some winds locally for regions like Rawlins and Casper, where it does get typically a little windier. But that's also areas that will be past that frontal system passage by the afternoon hours. And what we see is that we have a strong enough flow here through those early afternoon hours to bring some instability within the atmosphere, and that does fall a severe risk across the region. So here as we head into our Friday, what we notice is that that zone allows for those storms to fire up really along and south of I-80 and then carry along I-80 with that frontal system making its departure into the Central Plains. So that will be the zone of our active weather when it comes down to the windy weather as well as those storm chances. But we'll see that system does make a pretty quick passage, and that's going to bring us a little bit of a change up. And now what we'll see here for our Friday is that we still are ahead of that frontal system. So it still allows for some near seasonal temperatures as we still extend towards the 80s, where it is expected to be a little drier with that earlier frontal system passage, but windier is areas like Casper, Rawlins, Medicine Bow. Can't rule out maybe an isolated storm there, or the initiation zone towards Rawlins and Medicine Bow, but again, more of that zone is going to be through Cheyenne and even into Sydney. Now, as we head into our Saturday, we'll be behind that frontal system, which will bring temperatures cooler than our Friday, where we are going to hold anywhere from mid 70s to about low 80s, but generally sunny skies. Might have a few little high base thunderstorms here across areas of Laramie, Cheyenne, might be able to carry towards Kimball. Then by Sunday, we are going to see another big push of some of those stronger winds, as well as then pushing temperatures warmer towards the 90s and then bring some storm chances. So Friday could be very similar to Sunday, so we'll keep an eye on that threat. And then into next week, largely quiet with near seasonal temperatures, though again, there may be some times some of those high base thunderstorms that we'll need to monitor, especially as we head towards the holiday.